Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is ID Vixen and you're watching Vixen Reviews. So, review. This is going to be the next chapter, Stranger Things, Chapter 6, E Pluribus Unum. And of course, there is going to be spoilers throughout from the last few episodes. So if you haven't watched, please do not continue. Alright guys, you have been warned. Okay, yeah. Okay, this is actually like seriously, it was a great episode. Like, it just went on and on and on with like non-stop action. So much like happened, and I always keep forgetting to say things that happened like in the last episode. Like in chapter 5, Dustin and Steve told the girls about the Demogorgon and the Mind Flayer. So I think that was the last episode, or it was this episode. I can't remember. But anyway, so what happened? Like, okay, yeah, great episode, of course. What happened in this episode is Dustin, Steve, and Erica, they're exploring the Russian base still. Um, and they then discover that the Russians are trying to open the gate to the Upside Down, which is a very terrifying prospect, of course, because as we all know, Elle had closed it because that's how the Demogorgon got through in the Mind Flayer. It's the home of the Mind Flayer and the Demogorgon, and who wants them running around? Steve actually manages to beat up a Russian, but then him and Robin get held as prisoners while Dustin and Erica escape from the other Russians. Nancy is attacked by a Mind Flayer monster in the hospital, but she's actually saved by Elle, which is great. Jonathan tried to save her, but the only one who really could is Elle. Steve is getting he's been brutally interrogated by the Russians. You know, they're like punching him. They think he's a spy, even though he's not. And Alexei, the Russian, who Hopper refers to as Smirnov, he tries to escape but decides not to, and explains what the Russians are doing in Hawkins, which of course now Joyce and Hopper are like freaking out because they know the children are in danger, obviously, and especially Elle. Elle will be in the most danger, of course. Elle tries to find Billy, to find the source, and he's just sitting on his bed though, so like the Mind Flayer knows. They just automatically look for Billy, but he's actually being really clever about this. Mike tells everyone that he loves Elle, but he doesn't actually tell Elle he loves her. But he admits it to his sister and stuff, and they're just like in shock. But it was pretty obvious that he loved her. Elle finds Billy in his room, and then she goes through because he's just staying in his room. They obviously can't find the source from this, so she decides to go through his memories like she did with her mother. Now Mike doesn't want her to do this because he's worried something will happen to her. But she does it anyway, and we actually get to see a little bit of Billy's past and how like he had such a close relationship with his mother, but his father was so abusive, so they left. She left him and she left Billy. So again, we get to see more vulnerability with the character of Billy, so they really are doing a lot of development around him, and you have to feel sorry for him. Like in season 2, he was just this jackass who everyone hated. But now we're seeing like, okay, he's obviously his dad is obviously the reason he acts this way because he was horrible to him. So after like Elle goes through Billy's memories, the Mind Flayer somehow ends up getting connected to Elle, and he can see now wherever she is, and he's telling her he's building this army for her, but it's not like to give to her, it's actually just to take her out because Elle is the biggest threat to the Mind Flayer. And that's like the short version of everything that really happened. Like I said, this was a great episode. I mean, you really get to see the character development. We even get to see character development with Steve and Robin. But the main character development we're exploring is probably between Billy and then Mike and Elle's relationship. It's very interesting to watch, and this is what I love about Stranger Things. Like, it's not all about the monsters, it's about the relationships that these people are developing and how they're growing up, and obviously this is like such a unique thing to experience, so as they're going through it, like, they can only rely on this group, because if they told anyone else about this, obviously people would just think they're crazy and they get locked up. So yeah, no, again, of course, amazing music. But yeah, no, there was like really good lighthearted moments which you needed to relieve from all the like serious, intense scenes that Stranger Things has obviously become known for, the intensity of it. So yeah, no, this was a very great, well-balanced episode, and this is the episode we've all been craving. and it can only get better from here. Like, this is literally, it's so exciting. Alright guys, thank you for listening to the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please smash the thumbs up button, and of course, if you are new here, please subscribe down below. Okay guys, this is ID Vixen signing off.